Hello everyone and welcome to Ticket to Ride, specifically the Europe edition. I really fancy playing some board games today, but I am currently by myself, so I don't really have anyone to play a board game with. So therefore we're going to play with some with some bots here. If you don't know what Ticket to Ride is, it's a pretty basic board game where you have to get the most points via creating your train line throughout all of Europe. So we're just going to go into a game here. We're just going to play solo. As online, you need, rapport and you need stuff like that. But anyway, obviously we are Huithril. We're going against Sea Hunting Bot, Jane Stambot, Agatha Bot, and Marg Lochbot. So if you're unfamiliar with how Ticket to Ride works, you get points up here in the top by completing a route. So for a route of 2 here, I would get 2 points. For a route of 4, I would get 7 points, and therefore it goes up and up. Obviously, the longer the routes, the more points you get. But we can also choose some routes here, and that will help us formulate some other points. We've been a little bit unlucky with our routes, to be honest. We will take the long route. I think we have to, from Stockholm to Cadiz. The others are not ideal. We'll take probably Berlin to Roma, and we'll probably have to pick some new routes. Because if you don't get any routes, if you don't get your routes done in time, it means you lose points as opposed to gaining points. We are going first, and so you can either on your turn pick up 2 cards from these 5 here. You can pick up 2 from the hand. You can get an objective, or you can place down some trains. Once someone's down to 2 trains left, that's it. So we're going from Lisbon to Stockholm. Also from Cadiz to Stockholm. So that's what we want to start thinking about. I like to start down here at the bottom and kind of work my way up, but because we're going via Rome, we're going to have to go through Zurich, which I'm not all too thrilled about. For now, though, we'll take a yellow. I don't believe there's any limit on to how many cards you can take, so it's not a problem by any means. And we'll take an orange as well. I also have a locomotive here, which is a bit like a wild card, really. And also needs to be used for these locomotive signs here. In fact, there's a locomotive, we'll pick it up. If you do pick up a locomotive, you only get just the one, however. That's the only thing about it. So it's powerful, but it's a wild card. You can't use it all the time. We'll pick up the orange as well, because we do need a 3 orange here. And we'll also pick up one from the pile, I think. A red, there we go. Okay, purple's put down their first train line here. I'm already concerned by how many people are doing these things. We're going to get ourselves underway up top in Copenhagen to Essen, just because I'm concerned that... I'm really concerned. I don't want to lose this route here. If I can remember how to do it. That's the one. I want to use yellow. There we go. Gets us 4 points, but most importantly... I can see that we might be in competition here with purple, which is not ideal. I think what we might have to do, a bit of a different route, but because there's 4 other players, we don't have a huge amount of opportunity for hanging around, that's for sure. We will take Cadiz to Madrid here. It's another 4 points for us. And then we need to start getting some more colours in, because everyone else has a lot more colours than we do. I really think the Zurich, Munich and Frankfurt is going to be a real issue. We'll take the locomotive because locomotives are useful, but it does mean we only get 1 card. So our economy is a little bit low. We will pick up some white cards next. So white card, and we'll pick up a red card as well. That's going to be a real pain. We're going to have to go around, I think, a long route round. But let's get Stockholm to Madrid done first, then we can work on the other route after that. Oh, there's another locomotive there. I want it. Oh, there's 2 locomotives, my word. I don't actually think I need another locomotive at the moment. Right, I would happily take one. I just think I need to focus on other things at the moment. In fact, not many other people. It took a while for other people to take the locomotives in general. I'm going to take a green. Okay, we don't have any blues, so we'll take a green. And we'll take one from the pile. That's given us a white. That can give us Pamplona to Madrid. Oh my goodness. We are in direct competition here with yellow for this route. This is going to be interesting. We are going to attempt to do Pamplona to Madrid. Now this is a tunnel. it will draw out 3 more cards for us, and we'll have to pay at least 1, so we'll have to pay one of these wild cards here. So yes, we are in deck. We've been very unlucky. Literally everyone has spawned in kind of Western Europe as opposed to Eastern Europe for the most part. Not spawned, I should say, but the majority of their routes. So we desperately need to get green because we need to be able to get out to Paris before anyone else gets there. And we'll also take a yellow. Let's hope no one goes from Pamplona to Paris in the meantime. I don't think red will need to, but just in case, we will see. This is already being a tough match, to be honest. We're joint last place with Agatha Bot at the moment. I'm going to spend a locomotive. I know it's a bit risky to use up my last locomotive, but I also think it's too long to wait. That's the problem. Because if someone takes that route, then I'm pretty much stuck in that part of the world. I think I'd prefer to get 2 greens and go via Essen to Frankfurt. That would get some. That would buy me some time, as opposed to having to go from Essen to Amsterdam to Brussels to Paris. And then I could go white to orange here, and then I just need white or yellow up there. So actually, let's get some. We'll get some more yellow. We need yellow anyway. And I'll take one from the. I'll take one from the pile. See what we get. We get a pink. That's not overly useful. You also get whoever gets the longest continuous route gets 10 points as well. So that's something to bear in mind, but it's not an easy job, that's for sure. It looks like we might need to go around the long way, which I wasn't really hoping for, but we'll take a yellow there. We're going to need a lot of yellows. Purple's going to go Amsterdam to London, because they're going London to Athens, or possibly London to Brindisi. One of the few. We're going to really struggle to get down to that part of the world. We could do some more white cards, that's for sure. I'll take the extra yellow. And I'll take the black as well. So if we need to go via Brussels to Amsterdam, we can do. Looks like Lisbon to Warsaw, possibly Petrograd for yellow there. Okay, we need to start thinking about placing down some more track. We're on 19 points. We're not doing too badly at the moment. I'm going to purely take that. I'm going to go around the long route, I think. It would also help with our longest track as well. I need to think about what I can do with Rome and Berlin at some point. It's really not useful. If we can go around the long way, we might be able to. We'll have to see. Go from Madrid to Barcelona to Marseille to Rome, but that's a tough route. We'll take these 3 first. Amsterdam to Essen, purely because there's 2 different routes we can take here, Brussels to Paris. So we've got 2 yellow and 2 red. So if someone takes one of them, we can hopefully take the other one. I need to pick up another yellow. And then I want to start thinking about my other routes. So actually we do need probably some more yellows. So we'll pick up another one. Okay, we get a red. It's not terrible. We'll use the reds here between Brussels and Paris. And then from Copenhagen to Stockholm we can use our yellow cards. So another 2 points for us. Problem is when there's 5 players and they're all in the same area, it creates some really, really tough experience to try and get to where you need to go. But if we do Stockholm to Copenhagen now, that's our long route done, I believe. There we go. I don't know if it's going to give us the points at the end, I think, so we don't so the other players don't find out, even though they're bots. But it conversely means I also don't find out about them as well. We're mostly keeping on par. Sea Hunting Bot is a little bit behind. I now need... Green has taken Berlin to Essen. That's a problem for me. I might be able to make this work. If not, I might need to use a station. You have 3 stations in the game. Now I use this exact purpose, like Berlin to Essen. to allow you to use someone else's route should the need arise. For now, we will focus on this part of the world, because this will be very costly for us to wait if we have to go through that proper. If we have to go through all that with stations. We'll take it. We'll take the white, and we'll take. We just need lots of one colour, really. It's not ideal at the moment. Looks like Petrograd. Yeah, Lisbon to Petrograd is what yellow has as their long route. We could take. We're not doing grey in terms of colours. We'll take one from the top. I guess it's orange, and another red. Okay. Because when you think about the +4s here. And that's a +4 tunnel between Marseille and Rome, which I'm really not thrilled about. We'll take a red. We're not going to take the locomotives, even though they would be nice. I think we just need to focus on other things. We will take the 3 whites there. We need to think about 2 yellows as well. But we could feasibly go another way. That might mean we lose the longest route. That's the only thing. I would like to get another... I'd like to get another objective, but it's risky. With people not having many carriages left. You know, Mary's taken, or Marg's taken 4 objectives, the rest of us have just taken 2. But I don't want to lose 9 points, that's for sure. We could kind of do a weird looping round, but it might just be better to pay for that down there. In the meantime, I want to take these 2 yellow, so I can do Madrid to Barcelona. Don't worry, he's from Barcelona. This is a big pointer here. This Stockholm to Petrograd as well as Palermo to Smyrna are very good in terms of points if you can get them, but they are tough. I'm going to start work on this route here. I think that's another 2 points. It's not much, but it means we can start moving towards Rome, and I think that's important. So we need we need to get some more reds and some more whites. So let's get a red, and we'll take one from the top. And we get a locomotive. That's good. Because if you choose the locomotive from the hand here, you don't get the choice. You can only take 1. But if you pick it up from the kind of the pack, you get 2. Because, you know, you don't know what you're picking up. That's the luck of the draw, really. Oh. Let's take another one from the top. We're going to risk... Oh, a double... Okay. Another locomotive was worth it. That's good. The problem is, if I pick up another ticket, another objective, it means that I have to pick at least 1. And so I can't afford to... I'd like to, but I can't really afford to pick up 1 and then it not go as it should, and then I get 1 over in kind of, you know, Eastern Europe where I'm not based at all. Let's attempt... Wow, there's 5 pinks on the right hand side. I rarely see that. Let's attempt 4 reds here. And we need to pay 1 locomotive because the locomotive showed up in the draw card because it's a mountain, but that's okay. That gives us Roma to Marseille. Now we just need to get Marseille to Barcelona done. But that should be the easier one, I would hope. Oh, I don't want to pay the locomotive if I can help it. Agatha's only got 18 left, I've only got 17 left, so the game's going to end fairly soon. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Marseille to Barcelona, I might just pay that now with my locomotive to get it done. There we go. Just to ensure I get this route completed. Oh, Jane did the big route. Jane did the big route at the end. Oh, she managed to get Stockholm and to Petrograd. Well done, her. Oh, do I be daring and take another... I feel like I've got to play boldly. I'm going to pick at least 1. Well, I can at least pick Brussels to Stockholm because I've already done that one. I'm not picking that one or that one because that's in Eastern Europe. I'm very lucky to have got Brussels to Stockholm because I've already done that route. So that's just going to be a free 10 points for me. So that's very, very lucky indeed that I managed to pick that. Otherwise I could be in instant trouble. I think yellow is going to be the winner here, Jane. Purely just looking at her pointage. I think everyone gets one more turn once it gets down to the very end, so I'll use that to get Essen to Berlin. That is important that I do. In the meantime, we just think about maybe working on our longest route. Obviously, we can't go up from Stockholm any further. We actually can't extend our route any further because we can't go from Rome to anywhere. So we just need to think about anywhere that we can get some extra points, really. Let's get that station done in Berlin, if I can remember how to do that. I want a... Ooh, where do I get the stations from? I know there is a way to do that. We'll have to find out. Nope. Okay, this could actually end poorly if I can't work out how to get my stations out onto the field. I haven't played this in quite a long time, at least on the computer version. Is there another way for me to get from Berlin? Oh, maybe. We will have to see. I might be able to sneak my way through here. Let's take... We can only take white and red. Or we can take... Okay, 2 green and then... Okay, so let's take the 2 red. We might be able to make it work without actually having to use the station. Okay, let's take a... Jane's only got 6 left, that's worrying. Okay, but we've got the 2 green and 3 red. As long as no one takes those 2 routes. Oh, Jane. Jane's worryingly close to doing this. Someone managed Palermo to Smyrna. Oh, it's not ideal. Okay, let's go Essen to Frankfurt. There we go. It's another 2 points. We should get one more turn. As long as no one takes Berlin to Frankfurt, we should be okay. Okay. Jane Stambot has 2 cars left. This is now the last turn. Please no one take Berlin to Frankfurt. Thank you. Oh, he just about managed that. That should be our route. In a very circumvented way. To go from Berlin to Rome, we have to go from Berlin to Amsterdam, to Brussels, to Paris, to Pamplona, to Madrid, to Barcelona, to Marseille, to Rome. It's a very roundabout route. Okay, I don't think we've won this, to be honest, but we'll see. I don't know if we might get longest route. Okay, so we finish on 92 points. I think Jane's going to beat us straight away anyway. If she's managed her long route, which I imagine she will have done. Yes, she has, so she's already beaten us. I think Jane has won this, but we'll have to see. Agatha's really struggled. So Agatha is pretty much out of the game straight away. I'm intrigued to see if Lochbot has managed their routes. I think I might get longest route, because it's the longest continuous route as opposed to one singular route. I think we're going to end up getting second place here. So yeah, we get the stations as well, but everyone's going to have the same amount of stations, I think. Only if Jane's used all her stations, but she hasn't. No! We're 6 points behind Jane. Okay, well, we came second. I think that's fairly respectable. Fairly respectable in the grand scheme of things. We got second place. And Agatha had a really, really bad day over in Eastern Europe. But there were so many people based in Western Europe that it was really hard to kind of get things going. But we did get longest route, which I'm happy for. And that there, my friends, that is Ticket to Ride. A short, sweet game that I enjoy playing, both the board game variant and this one here, especially the board game variant. It takes about an hour in real life, and it's a nice, simple game, but we're still with a lot of strategy involved. It's a lot more fast-paced on the computer because it does all the moves for you. Obviously, in the board game, there's a bit more kind of delay between players. But there's also going to be more board games coming up on the channel, I think, because I enjoy board games, and I've got quite a few board games in my Steam library. Some of them are kind of fairly badly ported over on like mobile versions, or nowhere near as good as the board games, but stuff like Carcassonne I think I'll play. I might have Root, I think I've got access to Allies, but that's quite a big one. We'll have to see. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.